Hey guys, in this video we're gonna be checking out the top 10 best flashlight that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based in my personal opinion and hours of research and have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions and more. If you want to see more information in the updated price, you can check out the description below and also make sure subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 10, we have the MAG Instrument Maglite ML50L Full-Size 2-Cell C490 Lumen LED Flashlight Blister Pack. Despite measuring 342 lumens in our integrating sphere, the ML50L performed on par with brighter lights in practical testing. In beam drop-off testing, at a measured distance of 50 meters and using a focused spot pattern, we found our human silhouette was brightly illuminated and easy to identify. Pushing out beyond that to about 90 meters, we could still ID the silhouette. With the reflector adjusted in a flood pattern, the silhouette was identifiable at 50 meters, with a much wider area illuminated, but not as bright as the spot focus. With the reflector pulled back in floodlight orientation, we noted a dim zone in the center of the beam. The ML50L has 5 functions: high, low, eco, strobe, and momentary on, that are arranged in 4 function sets with 3 functions each. The general and outdoor function sets each feature high and low functions, with general including eco and outdoor including strobe. Law enforcement and tactical function sets both feature momentary on, where the light comes on when the switch is pressed and turns off when released. They both include the high setting, while law enforcement also has eco and tactical has strobe. We found setting the desired function set to be relatively easy and will be something most people would do only once. Switching between functions simply required a single, double, or triple click. The ML50L is a good example of why the most lumens don't always make the best flashlight. The focusing reflector helps this flashlight throw a beam as far as technically brighter lights, as well as making it a little more versatile. Moving on, at number 9, we have the Streamlight Polytech X, multi-fuel, professional tactical flashlight. Streamlight's PolyTac USB-X was the top performer when it came to straight-up lumens. Starting at 554 lumens after 30 seconds, it dropped to 334 at 15 minutes and stayed relatively steady, ending 30 minutes at 324 to 100 lumens higher than any other light we tested. The fixed reflector projects a beam with a tight spot pattern that drops about 50% in brightness 5 degrees from the center on the left and right. At 50 meters, we could easily identify the crisp outline of our human silhouette, which was still clear out to about 90 meters. We found the nylon polymer flashlight body plenty grippy, and it felt much less cold to the touch than aluminum in low temperatures. A 2-way clip allows it to slip the PolyTac inside or outside a pocket, oriented lens up or down. Our preference was outside, lens down. There are 3 pre-programmed function sets we were able to access using Streamlight's 10-tap selector switch. The selection process is a little awkward, but most people will use it only once to set the preferred programs, which include low, medium, high, strobe, low, and high only. When we did the runtime test with the light set on high, the PolyTac USB-X ran for almost 5.5 hours before going dark. This is a good choice if you're looking for a tactical flashlight with solid features and performance. At number 8, we have the Ledlenser 500897 P5R Rechargeable Professional LED Torch. Ledlenser's P5R is another great example of why you shouldn't grade a flashlight solely on the lumen output. With its claimed lumens of 420, we were able to measure 393, not a big discrepancy. In practical testing, we discovered the P5R's ability to focus the beam from a spot pattern to a flood pattern worked very well. Adjusting it to a tight spot, we were able to clearly identify a flat gray silhouette at 85 meters on a dark, moonless night. That's as good or better than other lights with higher lumen output. With 3 modes to choose from, low, high, and blink, we had no trouble switching between beam settings using the metal button on the end of the flashlight body. Rather than using a rubber-covered charge port, you use the magnetic charger to connect to the rear-mounted button, which serves as the charger contact. Testing lumens in the integrating sphere, we discovered that brightness dropped about 30 lumens in the first 3 minutes. This kind of initial drop is common with LED lights, but after 3 minutes we noticed the brightness started to drop 1 lumen about every 4 seconds. We observed this until the brightness got down to 110 lumens. Stopping the test, we clicked the mode, power button and discovered we could get back to high power mode at about 300 lumens. So it appears, if left on, the light will eventually and slowly dim in order to preserve battery. In fact, when we tested runtime, we confirmed this. We couldn't leave the light set to high for the duration. When we turned it on and left it, the battery died approaching 5 hours, a fair bit longer than the claimed runtime of 3 hours on high power. At number 7, we have the Fenix PD36R 1600 Lumen USB Rechargeable LED Tactical Flashlight. We measured a max lumen output of 1536 for Fenix's PD36R, very close to the advertised 1600. And in our practical testing, the PD36R performed quite well. We ran to the limits of our test area when examining beam drop-off. The beam projected as primarily an effective, focused spot, with a dimmer area surrounding it. We could easily identify our flat gray silhouette at 110 meters, reaching well beyond the reflective cones we had set out. We found testing runtime to be a bit of a challenge. Like so many other LED flashlights, when set on their highest setting, the light dims if you leave it on for extended periods. There are typically 2 reasons for this: managing the heat created by the LED and preserving battery life. Regarding heat, we did experience the PD36R getting hot during use, with a maximum temperature at the bezel measured at 127 degrees. While this wasn't where we would hold the flashlight, it still got to around 115 degrees near the mode button. Unlike many other flashlights of this size and style, the PD36R has separate power and mode buttons, with power located in the tail cap and the mode button is just behind the bezel. When using the flashlight for longer periods, we preferred this arrangement, which allowed us to carry it low in our hand, with our thumb over the mode button. This differs from tactical lights with a single button in the tail cap, where we have to hold the light high, with our thumb over the tail and the bezel end near the heel of our hand. Over the course of our lumen test, we found the PD36R to be fairly stable. At 30 seconds, it measured 1439 lumens. And at 20 minutes we measured 1171 lumens, a drop of 18%. At number 6, we have the Maglite Mag-Tac LED 2-cell County Route 123 flashlight. As a tactical flashlight, the LED County Route 123 is designed to be gripped with fingers around the body and the thumb wrapped over the tail cap and the quick click power button. You use this button to access light functions, of which there are 3: momentary, full power, and power saving. We found the button operation similar to most tactical flashlights, where you click and hold the button to keep the light on, and release it to turn off. Clicking twice, we reached full power, and 3 times brought us to power saving mode. Clicking once from any mode turns the light off. When we tested total light output at full power over 30 minutes, the Mag-Tac County Route 123 peaked at 258 lumens after 1 minute. We noted a gradual drop-off, logging 184 lumens at the 5-minute mark. Then the output nearly flattened, gradually dipping to 154 lumens at the end of the half hour. Using our neutral, gray silhouette as a target, we could identify it on a cloudless night at 70 meters and barely pick it out at 75 meters, but not clearly enough to discern the outline. The beam itself is fairly narrow and projects like a spotlight. We measured runtime, at full power, at just over 5 hours and 47 minutes. Using power saving mode exclusively, we extended the battery life by about 65%, 13 hours. The Mag-Tac County Route 123 comes with replaceable, CR123 lithium batteries. These maintain high levels of energy and deliver it in powerful surges, even after extended periods of disuse. So, they're a good choice for LED flashlights kept for emergencies or that you use infrequently. At number 5, we have the Energizer LED Flashlights. The small TAC300 from Energizer is one of only 2 lights that tested over the manufacturer's claimed lumens. We recorded 325 lumens after 30 seconds, dropping to 300 after 10 minutes. Beyond the 10-minute mark in our test, the TAC300 steadily dimmed until it went out at a little over 8 hours. For such a small light, it impressed us with how far the beam carried when we tested for beam drop-off. Identifying our human silhouette at 25 meters was very easy. Moving out to 50 meters we could still make it out, and pushing out to about 90 meters, we could still see it, although it was getting difficult to ID. The aluminum flashlight body features 3 knurled areas to help maintain your grip on it and a pocket clip that you can move to either end to orient the lens up or down. The TAC300 has 3 basic light functions, high, low, and strobe, that can be accessed by sequentially clicking the button on the butt of the light. Runtime is over 8 hours, although beyond 18 minutes that will be at less than 200 lumens. The TAC300 is an inexpensive, basic flashlight that will serve you best in situations that require short bursts of use. At number 4, we have the ThruNite LED Flashlight. The $32 ThruNite baton-style LED flashlight is an all-around fantastic device. This compact flashlight offers powerful output for about 40 minutes before dropping to lower lumens. Its light but sturdy aluminum body is comfortable in the hand. Its 2-button interface, one to power it on, one to toggle its brightness level and strobe effect, is intuitive. Its belt clip is handy and keeps it from rolling. Its beam is wider than many similarly priced baton flashlights, and the flashlight is waterproof up to 2 meters. One of the cooler features of the ThruNite LED flashlight was its firefly setting. A gentle light that's perfect for nighttime use when you're trying not to startle wildlife or wake sleeping kiddos. Basically, casual users shouldn't have much to complain about with the ThruNite. Its only real shortcoming was that 40-minute high power duration. If you're walking in the woods at night and want to explore for hours, you'll want a baton-style light that boasts consistent, high-level output, which comes at a cost. At number 3, we have the Rayovac Floating LED Lantern Flashlight. In the simplest terms, Rayovac's floating LED lantern is the best flashlight for the money. The plastic body feels cheap, though it does float in water, and the rubber button does 2 things: turns the light on and turns it off. The output across 60 minutes was impressive. Sure, the bright light wasn't as consistent as you get from a high-end light like the Olight, but even after 2 hours in a stress test, the Rayovac LED flashlight still put out more lumens than almost any light I tested after only 1 hour. The big downside of the Rayovac is its 6-volt battery, which you'll have to replace when it runs out. That costs almost as much as the flashlight itself. That said, if you want a solid cheap flashlight to keep in a closet until disaster strikes, Rayovac's lantern will do the trick. At number 2, we have the LED Camping Lantern Rechargeable 600LM Detachable Flashlight. Although Rayovac's camping flashlight is technically a lantern-style light, it still features a forward-facing beam, unlike some lights with 360-degree coverage. These lights are great for camping or group activities in the dark, and the best one I tested was Lee's Rechargeable LED lantern. Although Lee's output wasn't exceptional in a single direction, which our testing procedures emphasized, it effectively lit a large space for over an hour, and did so more brightly than the slightly cheaper Energizer lantern. Lee's real charm comes from its inventive design. 2 baton-style lights detach from its body, allowing would-be campers to break off and accomplish their own activities without stealing the light from everyone else. It's a cool idea, and one that cleverly anticipates the concerns and activities of real people. The downside of Lee's lantern is its battery usage. For best results, you'll need 3D batteries for the lantern, and 3 AAA batteries for each break-off baton, for a grand total of 9 batteries. That leaves you with an expensive device to keep up, and a heavy lantern to carry on a nighttime hike. That said, the pros definitely outweigh the cons here. And finally at number 1, we have the Olight Baton 3 Pro 1500 Lumens EDC Rechargeable Flashlights. The Olight blew the other baton-style lights out of the water when it came to high-level output and consistency. Over the course of an hour, its output, which already started higher than most of the low-end and mid-level lights, barely budged. Its small body is lightweight and sturdy. The designers creatively packed a slew of features into the single-button interface: low, medium and high power settings, a low-level Firefly type mode and a super bright turbo mode, a strobe effect, timers, and a lock to keep the light from accidentally turning on and draining its battery. In short, the Olight rechargeable flashlight is a wonder of design, and if you're in the market for a powerful flashlight that'll get lots of use, it will serve you better than lights in the under $50 range. Thanks you for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video is helpful to you, please make sure like, comment and subscribe. If you have any question related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.